Alright. We basically have a mirror game of what we just uploaded. This time I'm going to spoil it. The outcome is different in terms of winning and losing. Weird spawn here. This spawn, I've seen T-Bull and a lot of other people say this exact same thing, so I'm going to regurgitate it for the billionth time. This spawn here depends greatly on the destroyer, and I go ahead and so I'm not, this might look kind of bad, but I'm already kind of leaving, and to be honest, I don't care. I can see my destroyer's already heading. If he's going to go in that little gap there, he's going to turn left if he does, so I'm not going to stick out and get stuck in this corner here. So, I will wait. I'm just cantering. I'm giving myself a quick escape. So, I see the Iowa behind me. I can't remember if he leaves or not, but we're just going to chill here. As I see the destroyer go in that gap, and just absolutely perfect. Just, yep, you gotta love it. I see Minsk here. This is not the first time, or this will not be the only time that Minsk pulls. Oh God, pulls a move like this. This game is actually one of my best games that I've played. A lot of that is due to Chapayev's ability to turn just absolutely nothing into just a perfect situation. And right now we see, I gave a lot of side to Iowa there, but I wasn't sailing in a straight line. I wasn't going, one direction. So it kind of threw off his aim, therefore negating his entire salvo. We see Baltimore. And every time I see Baltimore, I want to kill it as fast as possible. Baltimore is literally the biggest threat to you because mostly a BB is going to overpin. And I got to stop here because I was not expecting this. Look at this. I've never seen two destroyers rush this gap so far. And this is the biggest problem with this spawn here, is they'll have 6 ships. And if you're not careful, then you'll be collapsed in this corner here. But this happened way earlier than I thought. And see, look at Baltimore Chunkus for some health there. I thought I was angled, but his AP is so good. And we're pretty much, at this point, I'm just like, wow, there's really nothing I can do here. Baltimore is, presenting a very nice side. Unfortunately, we don't have AP loaded. We somehow get that kill. Jervis had a fire on him that he didn't extinguish. The Moss goes down. There's really nothing I can do there. If I go back, I probably would have. I don't know. I may have turned my guns and kept my guns pointed that way, but Baltimore is just. I'm thinking in-game situations here, and Baltimore is more of a threat, especially since we killed the Jervis. Shooting AP at this Iowa here. Don't knock it till you try it, and I'm really hoping that this Baltimore comes out, but he's not. He's really not dumb. He's a good player, I can tell. Well, I'll say decent, but he is kind of charging our Iowa. Our Iowa's sucked in. There's really nothing he can do there. He's going to get peppered from every side. But this is where kind of, Chapayev just reigns king. I'm not really giving that much of a side to Baltimore, and I'm getting, 2, 3, 4,000 a salvo and chances of fire. With this rate of fire, it's just, this ship is just totally OP for what it is. I think I radar here. Yeah, I'm spotted. I'm hoping to catch this Minsk and just get him off the board as quick as possible. We don't. He's taking a long way around. I'm not sure why. There's no ships. As you can see, our entire squad over there is just sitting in that circle there. Just this whole game kind of. I don't know if they're ever going to change the spawn, but this game particularly just kind of exemplifies the spawn issue in this map. And some people say it's by design. I had a discussion with a good player actually that I've seen a couple times, and I've seen him a lot. He said he was like, it's by design, but I was like, that doesn't necessarily mean it's good design. So, as we are, the spawns are better than they were at launch, but there's still a lot of them that can use a lot of work in looking at in terms of game flow and just, this is a clear example. I was actually at a really cheeky spot here. I'm not too worried. Chapayev does have a big citadel, but it bounces shells like no one's business. Look at that. He waited 30 seconds for that salvo, gets away with 1,000 damage that we can heal. And I'm sitting here melting him. And I'm going to go behind this island. And pretty much at this angle, once I'm angling out, I feel almost immune to everything. As long as I don't get greedy and kind of try to get all my guns firing when I'm being shot at, it's honestly almost like a walk in the park. So we're pretty much just trying to escape this, just because we weren't at a good angle and I had this island, so I wanted to get around it. I did not want to cut in front of it because I would have had to show side to Iowa. We played it safe, and our teammate is spamming the comm wheel like a professional player. New Orleans here is actually really out of position. New Orleans has no torpedoes, he has no radar, he has nothing. He's kind of just a sitting duck, even to a destroyer. And here is probably the funniest point of the match. I know Russian DDs are hard to get a grasp of, but I don't think this is the play ever. Oh god, this is one of those moments, and honestly I was like, thank you, because I needed to get this guy off the board. And you see, just completely ignoring Iowa shells there, no problem. I know what he was trying to do, he was trying to suicide torp me, but his torps are so short, it's just not going to happen. Z comes up, I'm like, oh perfect, I'm not going to have to waste a radar. Luckily, radar is back in now. So he's super hurt. I'm looking at this guy like I'm drooling. I'm like, please. Good dispersion, not the most hits. And I'm just praying that no one like steals this kill, because we're already sitting at 3 kills here. I was like, man, like this, we gotten a lot of kills pretty quick. And now, like, look at this angle that I'm at Iowa right here. At this angle, Chapayev can dish out so much damage because I almost have all my guns firing. I have 3, which is not that much of a, I'm not losing out on a lot. And Iowa just really doesn't, you can't really do anything. At this angle he would have bounced. If he would have gotten lucky, he could have hurt me, but I've played many games in this ship and it's just, I feel completely comfortable taking advantage of ships like this and just kind of kiting away. The one that scares me most is Jean Bart. That is mostly due to its fire rate, and the shell velocity is insane. And here I switched to AP, and you're going to see actually how good the AP is. And I neglected the AP on this thing for a long time. But yeah, that is very good damage on a battleship. And you can do that, not every time, but again, there's 5k, like it's ridiculous. So again, I'm looking at this guy, he's extinguished his fires. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lose this kill. This is for Kraken. I was like, please, please, please. Like, this was a very tense moment, because I was like, man, if we have killed the first 5 ships in this game, that leaves a lot of damage and a lot of kills up on the board. And you'll see later that, we kind of get unlucky twice. But I don't know if he was holding his fire or not, but I was really excited about that. At this point in the game, I feel invincible. Then I look at the score, and I'm like, okay, this is an even game. I guarantee to myself that Hipper is kiting 2 battleships, or not 2 battleships, kiting their enemy Chapayev and 1 battleship. It doesn't really matter which. Amagi isn't really dangerous to me, and mostly because it's so weak to HE. Namagi's not is pretty trash now, and Bismarck, which has abysmal Bismarck, kind of I don't think that's a coincidence. Anyways, at this point, I'm just trying to get damaged on. I feel invincible. Kind of a risky move here, but sometimes I do this to just bait people in because I know I'm thinking in my head, okay, Hipper's going to die. We need to get another kill, and this is pretty much just like in one salvo. This enemy Amagi, pretty much knows that he's going to lose this fight. Just because he has to wait so long between reloads and I can get so much damage in between. And if he's not connecting, and at this angle, the odds of him actually getting any significant damage is almost 0. So I feel really comfortable in this, and I'm looking at Amagi here, and I'm just chunking him for, 3, 4, 5k. Like, it's just IFHE, or Equilibrium of Power is what they call it, is actually just insane. I actually played a game where I didn't use Equilibrium of Power, and I think I managed like 60k damage. It was very painful. Playing this ship without, I'm just going to call it IFHE, I don't care. Playing this ship without IFHE is actually extremely painful. The AP is not good enough to really carry the ship. And yeah, this one perk just makes this entire ship. Here I see our friendly Iowa here is peeking on the corner and Amagi's broadside, so I know I need to get as much damage on this guy as possible, so I'm aiming at different parts on the ship to try and get more fires. There we get the second one there, and again we just kind of render that guy's entire salvo useless, so now he has to wait a full probably 26 seconds if he's running the reload mod. And now he just gets to do nothing, and I thought we were going to get that kill. Doesn't end up. That is actually devastating. Again, Hipper's actually done a really good job of surviving here. I think I checked his health really quick, and as you see, that was a really disappointing AP volley. But that is Chapayev, Bias in the Seas. But at this point, Chapayev isn't focusing us, and I know at this angle, and he can't reverse fast enough. All he has to do is go forward. Like, there's nothing he can do. And I start speeding up because I don't want this guy getting around the corner. I have complete faith in my ability to kill this guy. One, because I have another heal, and I have more guns firing in this guy. So I was like, okay, I can straight up win. I can win this fight easy. As long as I don't show my broadside here, and he tries to take advantage of it here with this AP volley, but it's nothing. We can take that all day, especially when you're dealing out this amount of damage. And again, this guy's coming out, and I'm just like, oh my god, no. Because again, Iowa's peeking his head around the corner here. Shoot AP. I try to finish this guy off with a nice little citadel or two. Don't get crap. That's just Chapayev AP for you. It's good. And then my heart drops here. Luckily we get the kill. Bismarck, at this point, I actually was about to angle in or angle out and just stay here, but I see that he's launching, or he's shooting HE, and I'm like, okay, I'm going for it. I don't care at this point, just to try and get this kill, because we do have 6 kills now and my record is 7. And I was hoping to kind of get in there and torp him, but the more I realized, I was like, that's not going to be possible. I'm just going to stay at this range. And I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here in front of Bismarck because I know this ship can take it, and I know Bismarck can't do crap to me. I know this is a win. Like, there is nothing Bismarck can do to me at this angle, at this range. There is no, and I have 11k health. That is just something to say against Bismarck. And as this guy is being just absolutely destroyed, I'm trying to get that 3rd spot on fire on the front, just because I know I'm gonna need that passive fire damage if I want to get a shot at killing this guy. Because I realized that I was looking at Iowa in the corner of my eye, and I was like, I don't think he's fired. in a second. And for the second time of this game, Iowa Salvo is out, and I went to the combo there because I was pissed. I kind of got greedy, and it's kind of, I don't know. This was another 6-kill game in Chapayev. Honestly, this ship is just insane. I would have gotten the 4K. I was really close to getting the 4K base experience. We had 2 kills that were just... If Iowa wasn't there to kill Amagi, I would have had... I mean, I could have killed Amagi easily. There's no way Amagi is winning that fight, unless he gets just some miracle salvo, which I was pretty confident was not going to happen. Anyways, that wraps up the game. We finally get a 6-kill win. Could have been 8. That would have been absolutely insane. But guys, thank you so much. I got this game and I was like, you know what? I've played Chapayev a lot. Who cares? This ship just makes for some of the craziest games. And as this outro is super loud in my ear right now, I appreciate you guys. Ow. Love you. Bye.